Hello, composers! As always, begin the week by going over the pieces your classmates created last week and filling out the feedback form. Up until now, we've been focusing on the idea of writing solo pieces. Now, and for the rest of the semester, we're going to expand on that to writing for two performers. We'll start off with really well-defined roles of melody and harmony, then move on to imitation and repetition, parallel and contrary motion, and finally, counterpoint and total melodic independence in the weeks to come. From here until the end of class, you will need to pair up with classmates for all assignments. Be sure to change partners each week. Part of growing as a composer is being able to write for any instrument or voice, not just your personal favorite. Last week in discussing notation, I talked about chord symbols and lead sheets a little bit. Let's review. In a lead sheet, you have a melody written out with lyrics, if applicable, and chord symbols appearing above. Now for some more depth. These chord symbols are similar to what you learned about in Roman numeral analysis in music theory, but more specific in that they indicate specific chords that can't be reduced to the general functional level of tonic or dominant. A capital letter denotes a major chord. So, D means a D major triad. A capital letter with a lowercase m indicates a minor triad. So, B flat M equals B flat minor. As in Roman numeral analysis, a degree sign indicates a diminished triad. So, F with a degree sign is a diminished triad on F. And a superscript plus indicates augmented. So A plus would be an A augmented triad and not just your ideal grade. They can also be indicated with dim and aug after the capital letter. So F dim or A aug. For seventh chords, you need to indicate the quality of the seventh. And sevenths in chord symbols always override the key signature or the function of the chord in the key. For example, a 7 by itself indicates a dominant seventh, no matter what is in the key. Always make that chord a major triad with a minor seventh. Even if you have F sharp 7 in the key of C, make the chord F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. Again, the chord and the indicated seventh always overrides the key and harmonic function when you're writing using chord symbols. Chromaticism can be complicated. With sevenths, you indicate the quality in superscript to the upper right of the chord letter. So a major seventh is capital M7, like C, capital M7. A minor seventh is a lowercase m7 and indicates a minor triad and a minor 7, as in B flat m7 or B flat minor 7. The minor modifier can be either regularly sized or superscript, and it can be also indicated with min 7. Augmented and diminished are standardized as +7 or degree sign for diminished 7, or with superscript aug7 and dim7. So you could have G aug7 or A flat dim7. And, as in Roman numeral analysis, the half diminished chord, which is a diminished triad with a minor seventh, uses what one of my former professors called the martini olive symbol. So that if you have D, F, A flat, and C, you use that symbol and 7. Of course, it can also be written as half dim 7, but that's pretty rare. Finally, let's take a look at what are called slash chords. These take two parts, a chord and a note after a slash, that indicates what note is the lowest note played. Without the slash, it's safe to assume that it's just a root position chord. The slashes show the inversion. So D/A is a second inversion D major chord. G/B is first inversion G major. And C7/B flat is a third inversion C7 chord. There are a few other things to look at. Sus chords, add chords, and extended chords, for example. But this is enough to get started with. For more on this, look at the link to musictheoryprof.com that I've included in this module. OpenMusicTheory.com also has some interesting progressions that you may want to look at in the case of, pop rock harmony. Just be aware that their Roman numerals are not upper or lowercase. They use uppercase for everything. Let's look at this in context. This week's listening is the infamous 4-chord song by the Access of Awesome. If you haven't heard this already, you're in for a treat, and despite what I normally say, it's safe to leave the annotations on the YouTube video this time. You really do want them on so that you can see the entire list of songs that use the same progression. The basic chord progression that they're using is 1, 5, 6, 4. In the case of the video, it's E major, B major, C sharp minor, A major. 4 chords, but just look at the amount of mileage that they get from it.